Hello everyone and welcome to Think Create Done Productions with me Ahmad Qureshi. Today we are going to be learning a very simple trick in Photoshop that will allow you to sharpen your photographs without any artifacts. Okay, so let's get into Photoshop. Over here I've opened up a few photographs. These are all taken by me on a trip to the northern areas of Pakistan. So in these photos, if you look at them, they're already quite sharp. So let me just zoom in for you a bit. As you can see, they're already pretty sharp, but for the purposes of this tutorial I'm going to make them even a bit sharper. Okay, so the method that most people use to sharpen their photographs is they go up to filters, they click on sharpen, and they go up to unsharp mask. They click on unsharp mask and then they play around with the sliders till they get the kind of effect that they want. So if we zoom in, you will see that there's sharpening being applied, but there's a lot of artifacts, a lot of weird edging and lines. This is not what we want. So the trick that I'm about to teach you will improve your sharpening by miles. So just press Ctrl Z to undo this. And the first step in this method of sharpening is that you need to create a copy of the layer, the primary layer. So this, when I opened this photo, it gave me one single layer which is locked. Now I will make a copy of this layer and I'll go to the blending modes over here. So you open up the blending mode menu, you go to overlay and you click on overlay. Okay, so you'll get this weird looking high contrasty effect on your photographs. Do not worry, we are going to make this look better. So go up to filter, go to other, go to high pass. In high pass, you will see this new window open on your screen. Now there will be another slider over here and radius. This is the slider for the radius, which basically means if you come over here, you'll see that the high contrast look has gone and in its place is the original image. So if you increase the radius, you'll see that the sharpening also increases. But if you increase it up to something like 240, it will really ruin the image. So after a lot of experimenting and testing on different images, the safe range that I found for most images is from 2 to a max of 5 or 6 in some cases. But I would recommend you stay between 2 to 4. So right now, for the purposes of the tutorial, I'm going to push it to the limit and give it a sharpening effect of 4 on the radius and press OK. Then you go back to the layer, you press on the layer that you applied this effect to, and you select blending modes and you select hard light. Now what this will do is increase the sharpening and bring out the details in the photograph. See these hairs, these small hair, they weren't there before. You couldn't see them before. Let me show you. Just press, this is the before and this is the after. Now you can see all the details properly. We'll just zoom out for a bit, and just as a last step, if you think the sharpening is a bit too much and you need to bring it down, there's a very easy way to do this. Just select the layer which you apply the sharpening to, go up to opacity and just reduce it, which will you can now you can reduce it to any level you want. It doesn't matter. So what if I could bring it up to 30%, but what I found is anywhere from 60 to 80% is a really good safe zone. So just right now, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll bring it to 80%. This is before, this is after. This was at 100%. You can see there's a lot of noise also being introduced. So just in order to reduce that, just press up to, just bring it down to 80%. Moving on to the next image, we'll do the same thing. We'll create a duplicate. We'll go to the blending modes and select overlay. We'll go up to the filters, go to other, then high pass. And we'll leave it at 4 for right now for the purposes of this tutorial. Press OK. We'll come down to the blending modes and select hard light. make sure in all this the layer that you duplicated is selected and not the primary layer. It won't work on the primary layer, it will work only on the layer you have selected. That's the duplicated layer. So now just a short before and after. This is before sharpening, this is after sharpening. See all the edges and the lines that have been brought out. You can also, like before, reduce the opacity to reduce the sharpening effect. So I'll just bring it down to 85%, which looks okay. So just zoom out and let's come to the next image, which is the landscape of some mountains. This is somewhere in the Passu region in Gilgit-Baltistan. So we'll make a duplicate of this layer. We'll go to overlay, we'll go to filter, other, high pass. Okay, so now we'll leave it at 4, press OK. Now the reason I'm leaving this at 4 is just for the sake of this tutorial. You can increase it, you can decrease it, you can play around with it. Just make sure there aren't any glowing edges. That's a big problem when sharpening. So just come back here, select the layer and then click on hard light, and we'll zoom in here a bit. Then reduce the opacity to decrease the effect. For this image I think somewhere around 85% is perfect. So this is a before and then after. As you can see, it's really increased the sharpness and brought out the details in the image. We'll just increase the opacity so that you can see that how good it looks now. Now at 100%, but I'll just bring it down to 90% and we'll just end this here. So guys, I hope you learned something new with this tutorial, and I hope you will share my channel Think Create Done Productions and share this tutorial with your friends who want to learn about sharpening, learn about Photoshop tricks, camera hacks and camera comparisons and reviews, because I am going to be releasing a whole lot of new videos onto my channel. So please share, like and subscribe. Thank you. See you later.